This is the Luminkey 75 by Createkeebs, and we're really in for a treat today. So let's jump right in, right after you illuminate that like button. Oh man. On a side note, the dad jokes have been pretty polarizing lately, and I've been going back and forth on whether I should include the like and subscribe. But it's all in good fun, so I hope you enjoy it as much as my wife does. Getting back to the topic at hand, who is Createkeebs? They're a keyboard design company, for lack of a better word, which is based out of Guizhou, China, and they got their start in November of 2020. I guess they put the lockdowns to good use, because they've released several bangers like the Thera 75 and the Glacier 80. And they're a little unique in that due to a partnership with both ePBT and Gateron, their kit keyboards really approach endgame quality. What was astounding to me was the price point, because the Luminkey 75 starts at under $200, with the fully built board costing just $258. And for that price, you're getting a gasket mounted 75% that's vinyl compatible with a pretty unique knob implementation. Now this isn't the first board that's used the horizontal knob, but I actually prefer it because it feels more intuitive to use. It's got a 7-degree typing angle and a polycarbonate plate. It also comes with all the foams, including pour-on plate foam, PE foam, and 2 layers of pour-on case foam. I opted for the pre-built option because Createkeebs advertises hand-built keyboard kits. Now let's take a listen to this board in its stock configuration with Gateron Baby Raccoons, which are a factory lube long-pulled linear with a polycarbonate top, a nylon bottom, and a palm stem. Here we go. So right away I was impressed with the type feel and sound of this board. While it definitely has that marbly foam sound, I was kind of shocked at how loud this board was. Although some of that is definitely due to the long pole stem and the PC top on the Baby Raccoons. But I wanted to see what this board would sound like without some of the foams, because foam can really work to hide some of the deficiencies in the design. So let's take a look under the hood. After opening up the board, it was interesting to see this aluminum plate, which looks like it should be an internal weight, but really just acts as a cover for this little internal compartment. Now that's listed as a battery compartment on the exploded view on the website, so that makes me wonder if this board was initially going to be designed to be Bluetooth compatible. In any event, there's more pour-on foam filling the compartment, but I don't think that should have too much of an effect on the sound because it's underneath a solid aluminum plate. Another cool touch was the RGB that's only visible on the bottom side of the board. It's kind of extra, but I like it. Now let's take a listen to this board without the case foams. Here we go. Interestingly, after removing the case foam, there's no negative effect on hollowness or ping, which is great. I do feel like the keyboard sounds slightly less sharp and a little more muted, which is contrary to expectations when removing foam. I did leave the foam dampener in there under the aluminum plate, but like I mentioned, it shouldn't really have a big effect on the overall sound signature. To me, that means this board is incredibly well engineered, and the foam is there not to reduce unwanted sounds as a byproduct of a less than optimal design, but it's really there to shape the sound as you'd like, which I can't really say about a lot of budget boards these days. So I'm sure by now you've probably got 2 questions. First, should I buy this? And second, how does it compare to the Zoom 75? To answer the first question, I'd say it depends. The asymmetrical layout of the board might not be your cup of tea. Personally, I prefer a clean aesthetic myself, although I have to admit the cherry lip over the alphas is very comfortable to type on, and it also masks that the arrow keys aren't flush, which is personally a huge pet peeve of mine. Also, I was really sold on the acoustics of this board, and I'm definitely keeping it in my rotation. Now for the second question. While both the Luminkey 75 and the Zoom 75 are 75% keyboards with a knob, I'd say the similarities kind of end there. Now you do get a lot more customizability with the Zoom 75, as the Luminkey 75 only comes in black or off-white. They are very comparable in price, and they both have several local vendors that you can take advantage of. So at the end of the day, it'll come down to your preference as to the design of each board. Personally, I don't think you can go wrong with either, and it's amazing just how far $200 will get you these days. Check out some more keyboard content here. I'm MakerMods, and I'll catch you in the next video.